ब्रिटेन के हाउस ऑफ कॉमन्स विच लंडन के हीथरो हवाई अड्डे के विस्तार की योजना को मंजूरी दे दी गई है, जिस तो बाद स्लो तो मैंबर पार्लीमेंट तनमनजीत सिंह ढेसी ने तीजे रनवे के निर्माण का समर्थन किया ਅਤੇ ਕਿਹਾ कि तीजे रनवे के निर्माण का मतलब है ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ फ्लाइट्स ਆਉਣਗੀਆਂ ਅਤੇ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ज़्यादा तो ज़्यादा नौकरियां आउण नाल बेरोजगारी घट होएगी। गौरतलब है कि नवे रनवे के निर्माण नाल तकरीबन 2050 तक यूके विच तकरीबन 70,000 नौकरियां का निर्माण होएगा और फिर इकोनॉमी विच तकरीबन 211 बिलियन यूरोज़ का वाधा भी होएगा।
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The decision to expand Heathrow is complex, contested with competing projections and a range of criteria which must be considered, more than I can do justice to within the 4 minutes time limit. But as we have heard, my own party's front bench remains unconvinced with the 4 tests not being met. I'm grateful to my honourable friend, the Shadow Secretary of State for Transport and members of his team for sparing their valuable time to discuss the issue with me in depth. My good friend the Mayor of London and the No Third Runway Coalition have put forward cogent arguments to me about why the third runway should not be built. Conversely, my own local council, Slough Borough Council, has come out strongly in favour, as have the Trades Union Congress and unions such as Unite and GMB, which represent thousands of local workers. I have listened very closely to their representations to me also. Firstly, on climate change, we must bear in mind traffic, noise and air quality. Yes, a new runway will mean more flights, more traffic, but if we don't build a new runway, what would be the impact on our environment? The sad truth is that if we don't, others will. New runways will be built in other parts of Europe and the net result will be no different. The government and Heathrow Airport contend that they will have electric vehicle fleets, less noisy and less polluting aircraft, along with other mitigation efforts. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, with regards to the national economy, while expanding Heathrow will boost the economy by tens of billions, in addition to apprenticeships on jobs, a new third runway will purportedly create over 100,000 jobs across the UK, nearly doubling the size of the current workforce. Many of these jobs are skilled jobs, jobs with prospects, unionised jobs, well-paid jobs. Thirdly, with regards to the local economy and the benefits for Slough, the people of Slough send me here to look after their interests, and so of course I'll be looking very, very closely at the impact of expansion, and I'm grateful to the many hundreds of residents who have shared their views with me. Heathrow is firmly in our backyard, given the proposed runway will be built in Slough Borough Council land, and I believe that the people most directly affected by Heathrow Airport must also be those that benefit the most. There must be fair compensation and clear benefits for local people. I have argued with the Aviation Minister, the Chief Executive of Heathrow Airport and others that a greater share of the business rates must rightly come to Slough. The waste facility in Colnbrook would need to be rebuilt in Slough, along with a training and skills hub in Slough. Over 4,000 Slough residents currently rely on Heathrow for their living, and there are a further 3,600 Slough people working in other jobs in related industries. Of course, the expansion of Heathrow will protect and boost those jobs while helping to tackle youth unemployment in the surrounding areas. Mr. Speaker, fourthly, with the UK transport infrastructure, let's not forget what it means for thousands of people who will be able to use a new runway as customers to travel to destinations unknown to previous generations. And as our British Parliament deliberates on whether we build one new runway, it is worth reminding that others in India will be building 50 new airports and the Chinese will be building 136 new airports by 2025. And so, weighing all of this evidence, and with the Slough people foremost in my mind, I will be voting in favour of expanding Heathrow when the House divides. I do so without any sense of jubilation, nor am I handing ministers a blank cheque. I will be keeping an eagle eye on how the government implements this project. Ministers at Heathrow Airport will rue the day they seek to renege on their promises in principle to the people of Slough. In many ways, I vote in favour of expansion with a heavy heart. I'm concerned about the environment, and of course we must weigh up these various issues, including uprooting of people from their homes, but we are faced with a binary decision to make at this stage without all the requested clarifications and answers, including on flight pass, on the 6.5-hour night flight ban, and on local apprenticeships, and on the Western Rail link to Heathrow, and on discounted car parking.